what's good, everyone? This is Joseph. We have Gus and we got Alyssa. We are going to Target. Where is it?
At the location in Stockton across the mall, which is kind of relevant.
The moment we walked into Target, we noticed the food court to our left and the value spot to our right, which in my opinion was put there for a reason. Because as consumers, who doesn't love food and a great bargain? The first idea that came to mind was how convenient the retail store it was. They had a wide range of departments to fulfill everyone's needs. Target used the ideology of consumers' needs to attract more business. They have departments ranging from home goods, pharmacy, electronics, clothing, beauty and health, a food cafe, and a more newer addition, fresh groceries. I must say, Target has come a long way. As a consumer, we like to buy a variety of things. We fall into the ideology that as Americans, we spend money whether we want to or we don't. Although Target's motto is to provide fast, fun, and friendly services, they have to face the reality that there are potential thieves, so they have to have surveillance cameras. Above each aisle is a black dome that is a camera to achieve adequate security precautions. Target is your one-stop shop, and I must say this shopping experience was a success and enjoyable. Expect more and pay less.
On commodity culture, Target and other retailers sell many everyday goods which make our lives easier. We have become used to convenience and are always looking out for the next great product. When walking through the different sections at Target, I saw people looking at merchandise, perhaps trying to convince themselves that they need that product. Modern shopping has become a type of outing or leisure activity. Possession and ownership of objects seems like a natural need, possibly stemming from survival instincts. In the modern age, we buy cheap and we buy often. It is so extreme that some people are considered shopaholics. On commodity fetishism, most people rarely question where and who made their goods or what happens to our goods when we throw them out. There are other issues such as overseas work conditions and inadequate wages. Environmental issues are another downside to commodity culture. Nonetheless, the allure of shopping will persist and advertising companies are working hard to put your next purchase in appealing packaging.
From a cultural perspective, the city of Stockton needs its Target as well as its consumers. Stockton is recovering from its largest bankruptcy in its history. We can only afford what we can afford, and many families need an inexpensive store where they can purchase everything they need for a good price. And that's exactly what Target offers. As we shopped around, I noticed this Target has a larger amount of products on clearance. Usually older items that were unable to sell for one reason or another. It must be marked down. This Target is supplied with more products than meets the demand. The customers are not buying the products at retail price, which can relate to household income. Critically, this particular Target provides consumers with basic needs. Also take into consideration that this Target does have a cafe, but notice how there's no Starbucks, something that most other Targets provide. We have seen vandalism as well as an increase in security and a large number of items unsold. All in all, this Target still provides the simple stuff, a large variety of items, competitive prices, and a social outing. We enjoyed ourselves and bought a popular accessory, a pair of headphones.
On a personal standpoint, I like the colors of the headphone. It's a coral color, which is in between a peach and an orange, which is actually one of my favorite colors. And it looks good with the white. But the material, on the other hand, it looks a bit cheap. I'm not really big on brands, but I wouldn't purchase them because the material doesn't look durable. I like to buy things that will last and get my money's worth, even if it means spending an extra couple dollars. But I would say this is something I would buy for my 4-year-old daughter. As we mentioned before, Americans tend to spend money versus saving money. So although we may want these headphones, the question really is, do we need them? Another cultural perspective is what the headphones are used for. As Americans, we live in a culture where digital devices are inevitable. We have our phones, iPods, laptops, TVs, stereos, and much more, all which we have a place where you connect the headphones to. And on these headphones, we can listen to a variety of things, music, podcasts, and even our lecture notes.
On historical perspective, the Industrial Revolution created a paradigm shift for many people living in industrialized places. Lifestyles changed from rural living to a more urban one, which enticed people with goods displayed on windows. The lifestyle change also prioritized convenience. On ethical perspective, After considering all of the ethical perspective aspects such as categorical imperative, utilitarianism, hedonism, golden rule, golden mean, and the veil of ignorance, I have concluded that buying cheap plastic-made goods such as our headphones was unethical. Shopping in this manner allows the customer to carelessly buy cheap and buy often, which then becomes a way of life.
Technically, the headphones were produced overseas in China. With the myth of photographic truth, the box and product appear to be high-quality materials, but in reality is cheap plastic and only sells for $5. The headphones are designed within our popular culture of large and comfort, similar to the top brands or larger companies advertise using celebrities wearing their products. This is a cheap alternative to other competing brands. From a critical perspective, the headphones may be appealing, but the consumer must take precaution. The material is lackluster and the lifespan is short. Headphones are a common item in our culture, and it really depends how much money the consumer is willing to fork over to meet their needs.
Signing off.
Alright, we have fun.
Woo!
Hope you enjoy this.
It's coming from Stockton. Right, thank you for watching. Take care.